Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well and staying safe during this time. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Like I said, thank you so much for checking me out. If you haven't done so, please make sure to hit that subscribe button just right below the video. Cool, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thanks again for your support. I truly do appreciate having you here.
This is something I went over yesterday, I think. A bipartisan group of congressmen led by Tom Emmer have written a letter to the SEC's Gary Gensler asking for more details on how crypto firms are investigated. Now, at first glance, I thought, okay, well, that's good that he's writing a letter, but we need more than that. But then I got to thinking about it, and it was confirmed for me last night in that stream, in that recording. I got to thinking maybe Tom Emmer and these guys are laying the groundwork for possibly even an investigation of what's going on here. So, I tweeted this out today. I said, boy, this sure looks like getting ducks in a row to investigate Gary Gensler, the SEC, Clayton Hinman. Bringing that Ripple lawsuit is the single dumbest move by an SEC chair in history. Continuing it is even dumber. And then I replied to, this was his tweet from yesterday, and I wanted to make sure he had all of the facts that are not in dispute from John Deaton, okay? And this is that was put together by I believe I think TAIG had put that together, the timeline for it. So the graphic. Okay. Then Representative Darren DeSoto had said that he was proud to lead, and he tweeted the letter out. And so it's a bipartisan group of congressmen that have put this together. So I grabbed all of their Twitter handles because there's a few other things we need to make them aware of. First one is this. I said, here you go, Congressman, may as well ask Gary Gensler about this too. Copied all of those congressmen in and was showing them this tweet. This is from Preston Byrne. Now this is the guy that called that there was something fishy with the Ethereum ICO a long time ago. He says, my view for years has been that Ethereum pre-sale is mostly bought up by a handful of people working in concert. Here Joseph Lubin discusses disguising mega whale purchases to make them look like legit crowdfunding. And then he goes on and he says, I mean, it should have been obvious to anyone who looks at the crowd sale wallet, but I guess people preferred to ignore that and swallow the Web3 propaganda whole. Web3 will come, but a Web3 worth the name will mostly be mined rather than issued. He says donate, and he's a Bitcoin guy, you should know that. But anyway, the point is that he is one of the only people early that was calling this out. And then I sent these congressmen this. Gary Gensler and the SEC have taken issue with Ripple and their holdings of XRP, so I'm sure they would be interested in an audit of the Ethereum ICO. And this is that same guy. He had written this article, and he had talked about this part, the pre-sale, and breaking it down even with graphs. So he's talking about how abnormal the graph of the way the Ethereum pre-sale happened was. And if you look at it, this is the graph. It's kind of interesting if you look at that. And he said this is what the graph looks like. Now this is a graph of a random Kickstarter, okay, a fundraiser, about how the fundraiser, what the graph looks like. And then this is a graph of the Tezos contributions. And he's making the point that this should not look like this, almost like it's coordinated. Alright, so I sent that to those congressmen as well. Then I sent them a couple of questions. If they ever get Gary Gensler, Bill Hinman, Jay Clayton in front of them, they need to ask this question. For Bill Hinman, how could Bill Hinman know that Ethereum was sufficiently decentralized if disguised whales were able to buy the ICO with only an email address and in multiple identities? The ownership could be held very closely by a handful of banks, VCs. Must be investigated, Tom Emmer. And then I said, you ought to also ask Bill Hinman, if the Ethereum free pass speech was really his personal opinion, which is what he said under oath it was, and what the SEC said it was too, then why did he give the speech? I've got a lot of personal opinions, folks. That doesn't mean I go and give a speech on it. I'm sure there's a lot of people at the SEC that have a lot of opinions about a lot of things. Have you seen Hester Pierce? She's got an opinion that the Ripple lawsuit shouldn't have been filed. She's got an opinion that they should create a safe harbor. She's got a lot of opinions, but she's not going out and giving specific speeches around her opinions that literally give the market what the market thinks is clarity on a specific digital asset. Then she's not going on to CNBC to reinforce that idea that has been given to the markets and not correct anyone on it being a personal opinion instead of being any kind of direction for markets. She's not doing that. Nobody does that. So why did he give the speech? I think we all know the answer to that. Congress now knows TikTok. Now last night in that stream, this is what caught my eye from John Deaton. This right here. Listen to this clip. This lets you know that these congressmen, they're not just sending letters. This is groundwork.
What I'm saying is there an email that says, okay, if I give Ether a free pass, you'll hire me at the fund? No. But imagine this. In the Empower documents, the emails, there's that email where the ethics office advised Bill Hinman that he shouldn't have go to an ad hoc meeting, a dinner where Simpson Thatcher lawyers would be. They said, that's not a good idea, don't do it. So, do you think they were aware that he was collecting $15 million? Well, they were aware he's getting retirement. Were they aware that he was going to give that free pass speech while Simpson Thatcher's an Enterprise Ethereum Alliance member? I doubt it. And so what we're doing is trying to get the banking committee members. I actually had a conference call today with the policy advisor of Senator Jack Reed, and we've been having these meetings to get them to ask for those inquiries, to ask for an investigation. Was the ethics office consulted in this decision? Because remember, the SEC says that the speech was his personal opinion. Then why did he give it?
There you go.
And if there's no other explanation other than $15 million, and then he goes and works for the same people that helped write the speech, you know, there could be some real juicy things in there. What I mean by that is, imagine emails, text messages, bank records, digital wallet addresses. And if we can acquire some of that from an investigation, then we could possibly have one of the biggest financial cases in history.
Oh, so, and then here's John's and his law firm saying yesterday he, along with several Rhode Island XRP holders, spoke with Senator Jack Reed, policy advisor. Senator Reed is on the committee overseeing the SEC, continuing continue using Connect to Congress. So you can go to John's website, and that is crypto-law.us for that. Michael Arrington had an interesting tweet. The bear market in fiat currencies will trigger the largest wealth transfer the world has ever seen. I agree. Now, this is from Cindy Young, who is with Ripple. Her title is Managing Director of Europe. Pleasure to host 70 plus of our customers, partners, and broader network in London office yesterday. Great conversations on crypto. Amazing to catch up. And so here's them doing a presentation last night. Interesting to see that. All right. Moving along, from ProCoin News, Ripple onboards thousands of creators to its $250 million creator fund. And this is from a Monica Long tweet the other day. But what's interesting is, so Ripple is diving headfirst into the NFT business. Now, check this out. This is Monica Long at South by Southwest, which is a conference that Ripple X was at last week.
Hi, I'm Monica Long, General Manager of Ripple X. We're here at South by Southwest 2022 in Austin at the Ripple House, which is an immersive experience celebrating creators. With the rise in popularity among NFTs and crypto more broadly last year, there's an opportunity to provide creators and artists with more equity and ownership over the work that they create and distribute, which is why we launched the $250 million Creator Fund to accelerate that creator economy. Here at the house, we have our friends at X Funds team. They're creating avatars out of our house guests, and the NFT team, who's giving away bandanas, both of which are going to be later minted on XRP Ledger. We also have Bua, who's an award-winning artist, showcasing his work in a digital gallery. We're just really excited to be here celebrating creators and the future of NFTs on XRP Ledger.
And the good news is that your NFTs that you buy that are on the XRP ledger, when you buy them, it won't be a $20 NFT with $100 in gas fees. The gas fees will be pretty much non-existent, and you'll get your NFT for $20. Imagine that. Crazy, huh? Because the XRP ledger actually works. Now, the Modbus sent me this. Ripple X Dev ERC 721 to XLS 20 bridge. This is amazing. Voting is now live. They're voting on this, and you can go right here to this guy at Ape Rowboat Club, and you can have a link to that. Okay, now. Moving along, this tweet came out of the Chamber of Digital Commerce. Chamber Chief Policy Officer Tiana Taylor will be speaking at this DeFi Retreat 2022 with all these people. And I said, when's she going to support Ripple or John Deaton, who represents 65K plus XRP holders worldwide? When is Chamber of Digital Commerce going to get behind them? All right, and then there was this tweet going around, be ready to lose all your money in crypto, EU regulators warn. I think that Gator Trader's onto something here. The language is interesting in the World Bank and the IMF white papers. Crypto equals proof of work. Virtual currency equals proof of stake. And XRP. Most bullish crypto news ever is what I said, because that's a good question there. Now, this leads into this. Remember this piece of news Jake Chervinsky was talking about this week? Remember how the EU was threatening to ban Bitcoin? And I think there was a vote and it was somewhat close. Well, Preston Byrne, who was all over the Ethereum guys early on, he says the early Ethereum guys have been working with the European Parliament for years. I have no doubt they're behind this. European parliamentarians don't come up with proposals this dumb all by themselves. And then he's got this, Vladimir Putin and Vitalik. This guy is over the target. He knows that there's a lot of fishy stuff that's going on with this whole Ethereum thing. Now, Barry Silbert tweeted this out today. And for those of you that don't know, Barry Silbert is really one of the guys at the very top of the stack in digital assets. This guy is the CEO of the Digital Currency Group, which has its hands in almost every major crypto project that there is, including Ripple and Coinbase, early investor. Okay? Well, he tweets this today, and this is an extremely significant tweet, and I'm going to tell you why. He's comparing all these digital assets to bands, okay? But the timing, and he's calling XRP Coldplay, but the timing of this tweet.
I'm your guy. I will keep you posted. I'm your advocate. I'll be back on a daily basis, usually multiple times per day, with these videos to keep you updated with everything going on. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't done so, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to share any of my videos with your friends, family, social media, or anybody who may care to listen. Thanks so much for your continued support. I'm always here for you. I want to help you through this time. So thank you so much for continuing to choose me. Enjoy your day, stay safe, and I'll catch you again probably in a couple hours. Thanks, everybody. See you later.